Kahala Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham Rakakwadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles, great millstone of Ruel. I am not a member, however, I've entered into their labors. Peace and mercy to the sincere brothers and sisters doing this wherever you are, whatever your lot may be. This is just a land back off of the in transit I did yesterday. I may have just posted today. Um, and what was the title? In transit, be wise or seek wisdom, know your enemy, something like that. It was yesterday, so the video before this one that will be posted, if anyone happens to see. But so I just wanted to go into this seeking of wisdom, especially now in the times that we're in, and likening this truth unto a martial art. If on the carnal side, the scriptures do tell you that bodily exercise profiteth little, but little is better than none. And the longer you're in this, you realize that a balance is good. You need balance in every aspect of your life. So let's get that really quick. We'll get to the bodily exercise. I can't spell. Profit little. First Timothy 4:8 here. So let me scroll down. Okay, for bodily exercise profit is little, but godliness is profitable unto all things, having promise of the life that now is, and of that which is to come. Okay, so you are seeking that level of discipline, and you are. It requires discipline to chase wisdom, to chase the knowledge, to seek the Lord while He may be found. And one of my favorite scriptures is in Sirach or Ecclesiasticus 4:17, and we'll get that in just a second here. But what I want to read is through Proverbs 3 and 9. This entire thing is about finding wisdom. But again, uh, what I want to liken this unto is whether you are a practitioner or a competitor of a martial art, and I do encourage every brother to find a gym, get into it, because it transfers to all walks of life. If you are able to commit physically through the grit of what it takes, okay, especially in a combat sport. I love combat sports, namely Muay Thai. Okay, American boxing is great too, but it's something about Muay Thai that just that takes over the worldly side of my life. And so I want to liken that unto this. If you can have the grit and the discipline to chase, whatever aspect of it, say, you got a bad switch kick, or maybe your footwork needs help, or maybe whatever it is, what have you, you're reaching a pinnacle, okay? There are tenets of these things, just like there are tenets in the scriptures, okay? We call them laws, statutes, and commandments, right? That are given to us. Um, you have to be occupied in that daily, all the time. Shadow boxing, um, drilling things, right? Repetition. Repetition is the father of the skill. So you seek that, and this transfers it, like I said, into all walks of life. And the scriptures will do that as well. So you have something for the physical and you have something for the spiritual, and both intertwine, because these scriptures will push you to do things. It will make you better. You will change. This is what baptism is: being in the scriptures and being washed by the water of the word. All right, so let's go ahead and read. So the point here is in 13. I'm going to scroll up just a little bit here. You see the subheading here, the rewards of wisdom. All right, my son, forget not my law, but let thine heart keep my commandments. For length of days and long life and peace shall they add to thee. Now, in our sense, we are looking for safety and a covering, right? The name of the Lord is a strong tower. Okay, that is our refuge, and we are looking for safety in the times to come, because we know, we see, we are occupied in prophecy, we have faith, we listen to learned men. All right, just like in when you get into a sport, you're not self-taught in that sport. Okay, Nobody can be self-taught in a combat sport because you have no idea what you are doing. You don't know what's right. You don't know what's wrong. And you inevitably form bad habits. And bad habits are very hard to unlearn. Okay, you want to be a blank slate and a blank canvas, and being in the presence or listening and soaking up the knowledge of learned men, the elders and apostles of great millstone and those that preach the like doctrine. Okay, you are not above them. Uh, we are not above them, and they are due their respect. That is why, as a teacher, like in Muay Thai, your instructor is called a crew, KHRU. Okay, and you need to be led, and you need to learn from learned men, and we'll get that as well. I think that's in this one. Yeah. I'll come back to it. Let's just read it because I forget. It's Proverbs 19 and 20. Hear counsel and receive instruction, that thou mayest be wise in thy latter end. All right, we want our latter end to be dwelling in safety while everyone is uncertain. All right, hungry, thirsty, in a panic. You don't want to be in that line. All right, you don't want to be in that lot. Okay, let's get three. Yeah, let not mercy and truth forsake thee. Bind them about thy neck. Write them upon the table of thine heart. And I'm going to scroll down a little bit. We're going to get closer to the point here. Verse 5. Trust in Yahweh with all thine heart and lean not to thine own understanding. What did I just say? You cannot be self taught. And you also don't want to go from gym to gym. Okay? For you do it in trial classes, right? They allow you to do trial classes. What did the scriptures say? Try it. Try the Lord. Taste and see, is the Lord good, right? You don't go to war without counting the cost. Okay? This is something that is deadly serious, and it ain't for everybody. Contrary to popular Christian belief, it is not for everybody. Um, in all thy ways acknowledge him, and he shall direct thy paths. Be not wise in thine own eyes. Fear Yahweh and depart from evil. Okay, how do you know what's good and evil? What is given to you? Law, statutes, and commandments. Can they save you? No, but it is a damn good insurance policy. It is how you exercise and show. It is I guess if you want to say a tangible representation of your faith. How much do you believe? How willing are you to submit yourself to instruction? Let's see. hmm Yep, despise not the chastening of the Lord, neither be weary of his correction. For whom Yahweh loveth, he correcteth, even as a father the son in whom he delighteth. Right? You will go. You will feel some sting. All right, you are going to have some growth pains in this thing. Again, just as in martial arts. All right, when you're new, you're learning techniques. Muscles hurt that you didn't even know existed in your body. And the more you do it, the stronger those joints, those muscles, those things get. And they also highlight your weakness. Maybe you have bad hip mobility. Maybe you have bad shoulder or ankle mobility. They highlight your weaknesses and they give you something to work on if you're picking up what I'm putting down. Just as these scriptures do, they highlight where you're weak and you must attack those weaknesses. And here the point is, happy is the man that findeth wisdom and the man that getteth understanding. Okay? I did read that. I did read that. Um, and that's what I wanted here. So we'll just go ahead and go to Ecclesiasticus because we needed 2 and then we need 4 and 17, especially concerning wisdom. And this is one of my favorite scriptures in the Apocrypha here. Um, am I tripping? We're at the bottom here. There we go. Okay, I'm looking for Ben Sira because of the GNT says Ben Sira. Okay. All right, so straight to the point here at the top. My son, if thou come to serve Yahweh, prepare thy soul for temptation. Set thy heart aright and constantly endure. There are things that you will have to endure. You will have highs in the spirit. There will be times where, you can hit like 3, 4 lessons in a day, or It's just you just feel on point. You just feel good, and there are times where you just gonna feel like absolute shit, to be honest. And you're gonna be real low. You're gonna be struggling. You're gonna be struggling to read, struggling to do the things you know you should be doing. But you gotta pray and ask and and stand on that until the Lord sees fit, until He feels He wants to answer you and grant you what you need. Okay, and a lot of people fall short. That's where I think folks kind of just, you let that demon hop on you, don't fight, and that spirit hop on you, and then boom, you're a dog returning to your vomit. You're back in the world. That's not something you want to do, man. Trust me. If you have any amount of faith and you understand the way this world is heading, that oof, just don't. All right, just don't. Cleave unto him and depart not away, that thou mayest be increased at thy last end. You see the theme here. Study to show thyself approved, right? Chasing wisdom, exercising discipline, all right? Feel the pain now, and you won't have pain later. Okay. So how do we liken that unto a fight, unto being a practitioner of an art? Subject yourself to what is necessary, whatever it may be. You're running, getting used to getting punched in the face, getting used to leg kicks, conditioning your body, because it also is a mental thing. You need mental grit. All right, you need all of that, and you submit yourself to pain now, and when that fight inevitably does come, and you're in the ring. All right, or maybe you're just a practitioner. You're in the sparring session. You find yourself getting hurt a lot less. However which way you change it, however which way you swing it, but you will be prepared if and when maybe you have to defend yourself in a worldly situation outside of the ring where there are no refs. You're prepared, okay? But wisdom will should show forth, and you should find a way to avoid a fight. The only way to win a street fight is to avoid one. All right. Anyway, whatsoever is brought upon thee, take cheerfully and be patient when thou art changed to a lower state, as I just said. Okay, for gold is tried in the fire, and acceptable men in the furnace of adversity. Okay, adversity is what builds you. It builds character. It strengthens your inner man. Okay, it strengthens your faith. It strengthens your resolve. It strengthens your belief in Yahweh Bashim Yahushua that He will do what He says He is going to do. Okay, believe in Him, and He will help thee. Order thy way aright, and trust in Him. Yea, the fear of the Lord. I'm sorry. Ye that fear the Lord, wait for His mercy, and go not aside lest ye fall. Right? You're gonna have to be patient. Be patient until the mercy arrives, which is it is the hardest part of this thing here if you're operating in the flesh. Ye that fear the Lord, believe Him, and your reward shall not fail. Is that something you believe? If it's not, think on it. I'm sorry, think on it. If it's not, man, you need to pray on it. Ye that fear the Lord, hope for good and for everlasting joy and mercy. Look at the generations of old. All right, you got something to look back on. This is a history book for you. And see, did ever any trust in the Lord and was confounded? Or did any abide in his fear and was forsaken? Or whom did he ever despise that called upon him? Right? You got to call upon him in faith, in sincerity and in truth, right? Because remember, knowing the name is the first part, and understanding that the fear of the Lord, right? That's the beginning of wisdom. So you know the name is the strong tower, and you're calling upon Him in sincerity and in truth because you truly want to be good. You truly want to do well. Yeah, you'll be all right, man. You gonna make it. You got to believe that though. Okay, so let's go to 4, and I think it's 7 or 17, and I think we can close it from there. But this is again one of my favorite scriptures within, I guess, in the Apocrypha. There's too many great scriptures to have one favorite here, so I had to break it into categories. Um, where do we want to go up? We'll do at 11. Okay. Wisdom exalteth her children, and layeth hold of them that seek her. He that love her loveth life, and they that seek her early shall be filled with joy. He that holdeth her fast shall inherit glory, And whithersoever enter, oh, yeah, goodness, and wheresoever she entereth, the Lord will bless. They that serve her shall minister to the Holy One, and them that love her, the Lord doth love. Whoso give ear unto her shall judge the nations, and he that attendeth unto her shall dwell securely. All right, you pay attention. That's a big portion of what the in transit video yesterday was about. Being attended unto the wisdom. All right, she will ensure that you dwell securely. If a man committeth himself unto her, he shall inherit her, and his generation shall hold her in possession. For at first, and here's the point here, she will walk with him by crooked ways and bring fear and dread upon him and torment him with her discipline until she may trust his soul and try him by her laws. Then she will return straightway unto him and comfort him and show him her secrets. So you have to be tried. You got to be tried, and they got to, the Lord got to be sure. Can I trust you with these secrets? Can I trust you with the mysteries of the kingdom? Can you be trusted with this precious gift? Will you appreciate it? Because you appreciate things that you earned instead of things that are given, right? Okay? And again here at the end, but if he go wrong, she will forsake him and give him over to his own ruin. And I don't know about you, but that's not an end that I want. So I think the point has been made here, likening this seeking of wisdom and seeking of the Lord unto a martial art. Okay, and in both of these things, um, you the more you practice and the more you um, what am I trying to say? Obviously, practice. I'm losing myself here. uh, what am I trying to say? Slacky, slacky. Oh Lord, help me. Trying to find a clever closing, and it backfired on me. Um, yes, whether you are sparring or you are in a fight, uh, adopting a martial art, and just like with the scriptures, adopting these scriptures, of course, you have to be given the Spirit. Um, it will give you a new outlook. Okay, pretty soon, things that did bother you no longer, will bother you, and you will graduate to harder tasks. Okay, but in the meantime, um, you'll become stronger. You'll be able to tackle things you never thought you would be able to tackle. You'll be able to withstand hardships that you never thought that you would be able to withstand. Okay, and that is a gift. That is a byproduct of seeking the Lord, chasing wisdom. So prayerfully that made sense. Prayerfully you were sticking with me. So I care for that little mishap in the couple seconds ago. I wanted to do a clever ending, but sometimes it don't always work like that. But all in all, my hope and my prayers that you were truly edified. And with that being said, shalom.